All right, we're good to go.
How you feel, bro? You're gonna perform in your first New York City Comedy Club, really?
I mean, yeah.
Don't even mention City Winery.
No, I thought I was gonna say I technically I performed in the New York Comedy Club, just in Connecticut.
You fucking idiot! No, that's called New York Comedy Club. In the New York Comedy Club.
Yeah, no, I feel good about it. I mean, it's a 5-minute set, so it's like.
Yeah, that shit is. You're gonna be like, you're probably gonna blow the light. Don't blow the light. You get penalized for that shit.
Yeah, but I don't care. I need to finish the joke. It's 6 minutes. It's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
My joke is 6 minutes.
All right, do what you gotta do.
I mean, it is what it is, dude.
Yeah.
I was looking at other Netflix of the joke introducings, and they were all like 8, 9 minutes.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Well, once you get past the audition, they might give you a few extra minutes.
I mean, I'm not.
I think it's 10. Once you get there, I think it's 10, and then they edit it down, perhaps.
Why? You think it's going to be a huge deal if I blow the light?
I don't know. I've never had the opportunity to audition for this showcase you're doing, but I know that when you audition for clubs, it's the same thing. It's a 5-minute set, and if you blow it, they don't pass you because they're like, this motherfucker can't follow the rules.
At that, let me finish my joke.
Do what you gotta do.
You know what I mean?
It's worked for you this far. I've been doing comedy 10 years for the rules, and you've got an audition before I have. So do you, baby?
Yeah, I mean, I
hope you get it, bro. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Yeah, I feel good. I would go up and fucking.
Thank God we just did all those shows in San Diego.
For real, going up there raw dogging it.
No, that would have been a nightmare.
That would have sucked.
Yeah, you would have had to gone somewhere.
That would have sucked. You know why? Because you know what the last time I raw dogged something like that was? We were opening for Joe Coy.
Yeah. And granted, there's way more on the line there.
And it went well.
Yeah.
The arena show, I raw dogged it.
And you went first.
And I went first.
Yeah, going up cold in front of 20,000 people this is nothing. This is child's play.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go up there and do my thing. But like when I went raw with Joe, I remember walking up there like,
panic. All we do is
fucking kill me, dude.
That first show of every weekend is always just
brutal. You fuck up at least 3 or 4 jokes, like just the verbiage or like whatever, and then it just like comes. It's crazy.
Always goes fine. It's just the moments right before you're about to go. Lee gets up there, and then it's my time to panic, and then I go up there, and it's your
and
time
we
to
all
panic.
went up there with no enthusiasm on Thursday. Like Lee went up there and was like. And it's so funny because Lee wants to come so bad. Like Lee wants to be there. It's not like Lee doesn't want to be there. But when we're all back there, it's like
we're all just sitting through a form of torture.
Yes,
that we enjoy for some reason.
Because
after it's great. After it goes well, it's fucking validation,
great.
Justification, jubilation.
Did you see what that bitch said to me? She said she really liked my stuff. She said that joke was really funny.
We're like children just searching for a fucking compliment.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's comics are it's a crazy breed of person, but I do feel like
it's a drug. Like,
I also just feel like we're very different than most comedians, though.
No, we're all addicted to the rush.
To the rush. I'm just saying, personality wise, I think we're all very different.
We are definitely different.
Very different than them.
Yeah.
You don't think?
I don't know anymore.
I mean, you used to. I think you, for a long time, you tried to be in that tribe of people.
Yeah.
So you more so understand it because you were actively trying to be part of that tribe.
Yeah.
But I don't think you fit in with that tribe.
No.
And I think you realize that now.
Yeah. And you've always just wanted to be a rapper. By doing jokes somehow. But I would say for sure, like the people, like anybody who listens to this, the comics that they do see are most likely the ones who have made it.
Yes.
And those people are a greater chance of connecting with.
Yeah.
But it's all the other fish in the ocean that you don't see. That really is the majority of people running around doing stand-up.
Yeah.
You meet those people and you're like...
Well, we meet them every weekend because if Lee's not with us or whatever, you get these guys, they're at the club and they're fucking there and they're like, oh, you do comedy? You know? Yeah,
a lot of them are... Like they were just eating paint chips.
Yeah, they're just impossible to talk to,
bro.
Yeah,
just drinking straight mercury.
Dude, I remember my first time I did City Winery Boston. It was my second show ever. No, it was my third show ever.
Yeah,
and the first show I bombed. I didn't do well. And I remember before the show, this is the reason I bombed. This was the first time this happened to me. Because remember, I used Rob. I would use Rob for my shows. So I never worked with another comic.
This is how anti-comedy Kevin is. His original opener was just like a
motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker who just went up there and just like hyped the crowd up.
And he did a good job.
He
did a good job.
He did.
He was great.
He honestly did.
But he was he's hilarious. Dominican kid from the Bronx who just up there motivating everybody to laugh at my jokes.
Because he was on the first show that I ever did with you. He was still hosting them.
Yes.
He did a
great job. So I go to Boston and I'm not with Rob's not there. And we're using this guy and he's coming and he's just
found him?
Weirdo. The club. City Winery
found him.
So he comes, he's like, "Hey man," and I'm like, "Oh my God." Yeah. So I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And I'm there with my Avrix fucking jacket.
Yeah,
I'm like, and this guy, it was like two totally different personalities. Yeah. Justin was there, and he's like, "Hey man," he's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Fuck, this guy's a weirdo." And I'm like, "Hey brother, like you know me, I'm being nice, you know."
Of course.
And he's like, I'm like, "Oh, who have you worked? Like, have you done anything?" He goes, "Yeah, I worked with Bert Kreischer." And he started naming like all these different people. So I was like, "Oh, okay."
Really?
Yeah. So I'm in the beginning of my comedy career. So I'm thinking like, you open for Bert Kreischer, all these people, like you gotta be solid, right? Yeah. Dude, he goes up there and bombs, and I'm in the next room listening to this shit because the speaker's on, and I'm hyperventilating, dude. Like, oh my, because I haven't dealt with this yet.
I'm sure, yeah.
I haven't dealt with someone who just takes all the air out of the room and you got to come in and pick it back up. Yeah. You know, so I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what am I going to do? And then his last joke is, anybody from Cape Cod? And no one says anything. And he goes, oh, he's like, yeah, I don't know.
It's a bunch of fucking Hispanic.
I don't know if you guys heard. I know. They're all like, gay.
We've never been to the Cod.
So he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know if you've been, but he's like, they got ass-eating sharks over there. And everyone's like, okay, you know? And then he goes, so I'm always swimming. And that's it, dude. That's the end of the joke. And you hear one person, right, go, but like not laughing with it. And I was like, ooh. And then he goes, all right, and everybody on your friend, give it up for your next guy. He's crushing it. Kev Herrera.
And you had a tough set?
And yeah, it was a brutal set, dude. Fuck. It was a brutal set, and it was my first brutal set.
Yeah.
So doing it was really brutal. I remember hopping off and like Justin looked at me and he was like, it's all right, buddy. Like, and I was like, oh, fucking kill me. But then the second show crushed and it was so much fun.
But what did that kid do?
He bombed again.
He bombed again and then you crushed.
And then I crushed the second show. But that was brutal because it really is hard. People don't understand. There could be a crowd ready to laugh and ready to have a good time. And if you have a bad comic up there who just takes all the air out of the room, by the time you come up, all the enthusiasm is fucking gone.
Yeah, if you had been more seasoned at that point and had dealt with it, all you would have had to have done
talk shit about it,
was to acknowledge it.
I did acknowledge it the second show.
The second show, that's why it went better.
I was like,
this first show, you should have been like, I didn't hire that guy. That's on the club, dude.
The first time I was like, thanks, bro, you know, and then for the second time I was like, this guy's a fucking child molester. Yeah.
That's the way to do it, bro.
Because
it's almost, once you know how to deal with it, it's almost like getting set up well is obviously ideal and great, but you could have a really good set after a horrible set just by showing that you're present in the room and letting everybody know that, hey, I understand what just took place also.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize. So what's the deal? What'd you do this week? I mean, a lot. I have a lot to talk about.
I saw you a couple days ago.
I know. It feels good, bro.
I feel good. I feel good. I feel like not a human, but I feel like I have purpose again.
I feel better.
Now I'm just angrier about different things. Now, before I couldn't remember if I knew how to do comedy, and now I remember that I know how to do comedy and that my career should be going better. So I'm angry about that.
I was grateful. I was grateful a couple days ago. Now I'm no longer.
I need to be on stage at all times.
Yeah, I felt good this weekend. Coming home was cool.
I'm excited for Brunswick.
I'm excited for New Brunswick to Jersey and hometown, kind of get some more reps in, and then I wanted to write a new joke this week, but I couldn't. I've been just busy, bro. It's so busy that like I don't realize how much time goes by. So I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and this, and then like I'll have enough time to like. And then by the time I'm done with that shit, it's like, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm just nonstop. And then, because I'm trying to spend every second I can with the kids too. You know what I mean?
Had them dolo this week? Or?
I had, well, I'll talk about this later, but yeah, I had a Monday. I picked them up. I brought them to my place. Then Tuesday, I picked them up and dropped them off. But I woke up a little late. I was supposed to be there at 7. I got there at 7:02.
Wait, why wouldn't they just stay with you if it's your morning to drop them off? Save it for the Patreon? All right, that's patronage content, folks. Going over to the Patreon at Mugged Off Podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm just I'm and like today, the moment I'm done with this Fox meeting, after I'll take the Fox meeting here.
These are good problems.
Yeah, no,
what
yes,
are you pitching, the
grateful. There's 3 I'm pitching, but I'll tell you about it after. Fox meeting. No, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm just trying to describe. Like,
no. I know.
I have the fucking, and then right after, I gotta rush home.
I know. That's
just to spritz up a little bit.
Are you gonna go home and then drive back to the city, bro?
Yeah.
You're
what am I?
bugging.
It's at 7:30, Nick.
Bro,
what the
just
fuck
go
am I gonna
hang.
do?
Go hang out like fucking ALD or Unis. Go to Unispot or something.
Yeah,
dude.
that's true.
Chill in the city, bro. Dude, you're crazy if you drive home.
I am crazy, right?
Because then you're gonna have to drive in straight rush hour back to the city.
Yeah, you're right.
Can't go home. Dude.
No, I can't go home.
I cannot go home.
All right, so well then I'm gonna hang out here
go to
for
the
a
city,
bit.
relax, chill, and link up with some people, have some fucking food, coffee, go to a cafe, just get in the zone, bro. Get in the zone, dude. This is a big deal.
No, I know
it's fucking sick. If you can get this,
I know it's a big deal.
And you get on Netflix, and it's in the form of stand-up comedy, that's legitimate, dude.
I really hope they don't give me a big deal about running a light for 45 seconds. It's 45.
If it's 45 seconds, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be nervous, so you'll probably speed up more than you think.
Yeah.
And most of the time, there's not a ton of laughter in the room because it's a ton of industry. So it could end up just being 5 minutes.
Good.
So hopefully that happens. But they'll light you. You're gonna get a light. You're gonna get a red light at 4.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna be blinding me, and I'm gonna be like, I'm not done.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna close my eyes. Anyways, stop putting that shit in my eyes. I'm sure Emilio will be there, so I'll feel a little better.
Probably not.
You don't think Emilio will be there?
I don't know. Probably not.
For Netflix's joke auditions?
He's probably got him going on at every single club.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. And he's managing a big DeStefano's doing MSG. You see that?
Bro, wild. Yeah. Good for him. But I was like, holy shit.
It's a lot of seats.
It's a lot of seats. What is that, 17,000? 18,000?
Nah, I think it can be modulated, but that's crazy. He's big, dude.
Bro, that's wild.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden is wild.
Yeah.
I sent it to Johnny because I want him to understand, like, he has 700,000 followers. Like,
yeah, I wonder what that is. What is the difference between you having 1 million, him having 700, but him just being plugged the fuck into the industry? That's the only difference between.
Well, he's been doing it for a while.
He's been on the Late Show,
and he's doing these big places in New York. So he did Hulu, and they're basing it based on what he did last year, which he did Hulu Theater, and he did Radio City, back to back. So that's 10,000 tickets.
Is it?
Yeah. Wow. So they were probably like, all right, he did 10,000. Last year.
Could probably do 20.
He could probably do 20, which doesn't always translate because sometimes, you could do a crazy number. Like I did, 4,000 or 5,000 in Long Island. More than that, probably 5,000 in a year.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I
also, when you do the Garden, you have to combine everybody that you would get from Jersey, Connecticut, Long Island, and Manhattan.
Yeah, because they're all
it's the Garden. People are like, "Oh, I'll travel to go
I'll
to the
go to Matsu. I'll take Penn. I'll take the Long Island River."
Yeah. So I do get that a little bit, but it's crazy to see that some of that.
That's a wild payday, 6-figure payday.
Bro, to be honest, that was when he was holding up the New York Knicks jersey with his last name on it. I was so angry because I was like, dude, he got a gig doing something with the Knicks. I'm so angry. I'm so just anytime I watch, dude, all I don't even want to be that famous. I just want to have enough success as a comic to be able to sit borderline courtside at a Knicks game.
You want to be Sam Morril.
Whenever I want. Not him, but like a similar life. DeStefano, Morril, even obviously Schultz is beyond that shit. But how do I get tickets, dude? None of these people care about the Knicks the way that I do.
Johnny's getting tickets.
Not for me.
Well, I'm sure he'll.
I'm sure I'll get to watch a nice story of you sitting in the seats of my dreams.
Just looking uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, you'll be on your phone. I'll see you on the TV. Not
I'm gonna do it on purpose.
Game.
On purpose, I'm gonna be texting you. Hey, man, I don't know if you see me.
You'll be there, John. You'll be there, and nobody will be watching the game. Meanwhile, me and Lee would give up our fucking testicles to go sit at that shit.
Lee's a Jet fan, right?
He's a huge Jets fan. Yeah, Jets and Knicks. Yankees.
Yeah, we got to bring him. We got to figure out a day where he can
we'll just sit him in the corner and use his laugh. That's really what we need.
It's hard for him during the week, though. He can't really do much.
Yeah, he's got a real job. Yeah. Dude, I don't even. I haven't paid my rent this month, and I'm just seeing what happens.
What do you mean?
So I normally would have mailed a check because this guy won't take payment digitally. I need to mail him a check because he's from 1907.
Yeah, but then you're gonna it's gonna stack. Don't do that.
You think it'll stack?
Yeah, he's gonna.
What if he just doesn't pick up on it because he's on his way to the grave?
Is he that old?
So old, dude. Oh, he's ancient, bro. He can barely he needs assistance from people.
Well, I think
I want to take advantage of an old man, but I mean, do on the first.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Do on the first.
He's probably loaded.
Potentially, I don't know. He's crazy looking, dude. He's bro. He's so old. He dyes. He dyes his hair like burgundy red, and he's just his skin is falling off his body. It's crazy. And normally, I mail it like a day or two before the first, and I've only paid him rent once. And I'm such a fucking child, dude. I got a money order from the bank. And I mailed a money order, which apparently I learned you're not supposed to do because anybody can
could take it and use
it's cash.
Yes,
I basically put $2,000 in cash
it's
in an envelope.
Check. Yeah,
I gave it to some fucking black dude at the post office.
He's like, oh shit, that's what's up.
And he's holding it up to the light.
Is it real?
And so now I got real checks just from my account. And I was gonna mail it to him.
Yo, this motherfucker mailed a money order. Nikki,
I was having
you
a pen.
are wild.
So that time, after 3 days, I called him. I was like, "Bro, did you get the check?" And he was like, "Oh, let me ask my assistant." And he's like, "Yeah, we got it." I'm like, "Okay, great."
Oh, so he has an assistant.
He goes, "Yeah, some fucking blonde lady works for a girl."
Probably
maybe, but so now it's obvious. I was gonna do it as soon as I got home, but it was the 3rd, and nobody contacted me about not getting it, so why not just wait and see what happens?
I mean, wait.
Because I can always have the recourse of being like, "Oh, I fucking mailed it, dude. It must have gotten lost.
Yeah.
Must have gotten lost."
Oh, yeah.
Why wouldn't you call me right away? It's the 15th.
Should have called me, man. Fuck, I got to call about this check and figure it out.
He doesn't know about the Mugged Up podcast, but
he definitely imagine he goes "Hey, I really like you and that Puerto Rican kid."
He did. He. I think the girl. She follows me on social media. I could tell based on our interaction.
Dude, she's
because he was like, "Oh, so you're a
she's
comedian."
gonna watch it and be like, "Don't worry about it, bro. I'll tell him we got it."
I hope so. I'll get you tickets to a show because he was like, "Can you get us tickets to a show?" One day he was asking me, and I was like, "If you want to,
whatever you want, free."
Are you anything like Jerry Seinfeld? And I was like, "I'm a big fan, but fucking no." I talk about hitting women and a bunch of other stuff Seinfeld would never mention. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm just
try it out, see what happens.
Just see.
Yeah, me, I get an alert every 15 minutes past the fucking first.
Yeah, you got to pull
hey,
in a
dickhead, you still haven't paid us. Hey, dickhead.
It's like a mix of. Another thing I'm worried about is half the people walking around this community look like they're going through chemotherapy. Everybody looks like they're dying, and I'm convinced that the lead is just seeping into my fucking.
No, don't say
body.
That. Did you check it?
No, I can't even check it.
Why?
What am I gonna do? Check it and then have to move and then not be able to get approved for. The only reason I got approved for this place is because this guy is senile.
Nikki, if you get it tested for lead and it's insanely high, yes, you move because your health.
But I can't move. I can't afford
then
to be.
Stay with me. You stay with me
a,
until you find a place.
Yeah, 3 hours away from my son. I can't do it.
Or just sit in lead and die.
I guess, I'm killing both of us, me and my kid.
Yeah, bro.
I know. And it's adding to the fear.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't fucking do it, you're at home staring at the wall like, nah, there's lead just pouring on my face right now.
And that's really all. What I've realized just having a toddler is just a giant game of, is this kid retarded? Did you panic about your kids being retarded constantly?
Yeah, I can't. Every time there were things. What were some of the things that KJ would do? So sometimes he would go and I do it, right? Yeah. And I'm fairly retarded. Yeah. So
you're not retarded.
No, but I have very weird You don't see me
Tics?
Very weird tics.
Bro, I was thinking about this in the car because I kind of wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I have crazy tics where... So,
I've seen some tics.
Yeah,
They're not crazy though.
Well, so when I'm writing...
You blink hard.
When
you're stressed.
When I'm stressed,
Yeah.
Like that. I fucking do, bro. I do. Of course I do.
Yeah.
Of course I do. People fucking... Bro, and you know what I used to do?
So many people have tics though. What are you doing, like mouth exercises?
And I used to bite the inside of my cheek, the skin, so bad, dude. But I now when I write, I pace, right? I go in circles, which is not a tic.
Yeah, everybody does that.
But I open my door and I look outside.
Because are you speaking out loud? You don't want people to hear you?
It's just a thing I do, Nikki. It's just
I do shit with my mouth though too. Like when I'm high stress, bro. No, I take my tongue and I have to press it on a certain part of my gum, and if it's not like perfectly equidistant between my two teeth, I gotta just do it over and over and over again.
That's what this is. There's a certain feeling it's with the stretch, and if I don't get that feeling, I gotta do it over. And sometimes I would do it. So especially when I was a cop, when I was on the job and I was working 16-hour tours and like super stressed out, bro, I would do it all day. And my partner would just be like, "Yo, stop," and I just be like. And I'd be like, not yet. Because
you can almost feel when you've accomplished what you want to accomplish.
And then you got it. And
you're like, okay, I'm good.
You're good. But then you fuck with it again.
I know.
And then you do it again.
So you're always like, I'm going to end on the perfect one. I'll get the perfect feeling of mouth stretch to widening ratio. And that'll be it. Then I'll feel satisfied and I'll be good for life.
Yeah.
And then you
fuck it up again. You fuck it up again.
I do feel like, I think it's a form of Tourette's. And I do think Tourette's is genetically in you. And it can be pulled out of you. Like, if you're around Tourette's, you can develop Tourette. I can feel it. Like, I used to, bro, there's a comic who has Tourette's, and anytime I was on a show with him, I would have to leave the room because I was like, I'm going to catch it. I can feel this being
Catching
contagious.
Tourette's is wild.
I'm telling you, bro. I think, and this shit, the mouth and the teeth and the blinking and the, like, I'll flare my nostrils and shit. I'll go like this and stuff.
Me too, yeah.
And that is a form of Tourette's. You can't control, it's instead of verbally, it's musculaturally or whatever.
Dude,
Tourette's is wild. There was a show, dude, this is one thing I've laughed so hard at this, bro. It was a documentary like following these people with Tourette's. And their thing is to yell like the most inappropriate thing at the time. That's why it's always curses and shit.
Right.
And these guys were in like they were in like a hardware store, bro. Just these two dudes with Tourette's. And they go in there, there's a camera crew with them, and out of nowhere, one of the guys just goes, "This is a robbery, we have guns." It's a robbery, we have guns.
And they're all like, what the fuck? Yeah. And they're like, the camera crew's like, we don't have guns.
We don't have guns. It's not a robbery. They knew what was going on, but he's just yelling out.
Wait till he starts going to school and they start telling you like, oh, he's a little...
So that's the thing. He has a speech therapist.
Yes.
Not really because he needs one, but he had like a ventricular megaly thing. It was called like super early on. So he just like qualifies. It's free. So we're like, might as well do it. Yeah. And she was like, you should keep track of like the amount of words that he can say because I want to know. He might be delayed. So we're literally typing. It was supposed to have 50 words by 2 and he's over 50. But it's just a giant game of, is this kid mentally handicapped?
Dude, and it gets worse when they're in school because when they start hitting like kindergarten, first grade, and their teachers are like, well, he's really struggling with this or whatever. Yeah. And we're like, put him in tutoring, fuck. Yeah. Because I didn't read until like later. Like I remember leaving my elementary school to go to a different elementary school in Queens, and I didn't know how to read. And the whole class knew how to read. And I remember like it bothered me. I remember like how sad. Yeah, because I would stay after with the teacher, and she would try to teach me how to read, and I had no clue. And everyone else knew how to read, and I would cry, dude. I would be so upset. So I remember feeling like how, even in like high, I wasn't book smart. I was street smart, but I couldn't. I just couldn't concentrate.
I could never.
I was the kid like this, staring at the clock, like fucking, or sleeping, drooling, waking up with a pile of drool underneath my fucking face.
Always interrupting and acting out, never paying attention.
Always talking, listening to music, bullshitting, or having some girl rub my head, like put me to fucking
I never
sleep.
had that, but
I would do that.
I couldn't manipulate chicks. Not back then.
I did that back then.
Rubbing a head. Speaking of, got that nice massage after the show the other day.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. Our girl Kira, who we've learned is a squirter based on that comment.
I know. Fuck her, she said that. She's so good, dude.
She is the best masseuse maybe on planet Earth. She ruined massages, I think, for me. Yeah. We're gonna get them in Ontario when we go to Ontario.
Yeah, we have. I remember telling you. I told you it was the best thing ever, bro.
Yeah, you were right.
She legitimately. Bro, the last time she gave me a massage, I remember getting off and like shivering. I was just like, because my body was so stress free.
Yeah.
You know, when I stood up, it like went into shock. Like, and she was like, she gave me a bunch of vitamins. She's like, take this, drink water. And I'm like, I'm just like fucking kill me, bitch. Bro, but it really does like.
No, she fucks with like your energy. It's the Reiki or whatever.
It's expensive.
How much are they?
I paid for you guys.
You did a package for me,
like
you and Josh, right?
No, mine was separate, but it was like $350.
Really?
Each?
Oh man,
it was expensive. It was a lot. She gave me like a deal. She was like, all right, so listen, I'll do your guy. And then because I remember I told her, I want to do my guys too. And then she was like, okay. And then she gave me the price. I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to do my guys. Maybe I don't want to do my guys. Maybe just do me.
And I got her, it was, bro, she like gave me a massage at fucking 12 o'clock at night. It was midnight. And she's still
I remember that was the only opening she had.
I'm just saying, like, imagine her when she's.
Yeah, because Johnny wanted one. Johnny has a chick he swears by too. You know what I
if I
could tell this, I'm going to tell this story. So the first time when I was in the police academy, my body was ruined. I was totally out of shape, and I got in shape in the police academy. 3-5 miles every morning, and I was brutal. My shin splints, I was all fucked up. And I would go get massages like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I went to this girl who was at a physical therapist place, and she was like, okay, like take off your clothes to like your comfort.
Yeah.
So I get ass naked.
Really?
Yeah. And I lay on the table, and she comes in. I have the towel over me. Obviously, I put it over my back, and she pulls it down and goes, whoa. She's
really?
Like, you can't take your underwear off. I was so embarrassed. Because it's a
doctor's office, maybe?
I guess, but like...
you're the one who taught me.
Yes, you have to.
Cali,
bro, how are they
I've never taken my underwear off.
How are they going to do your thighs and all that shit?
Bro, the underwear I wear is like, it's fucking... thighs are exposed.
Well, then,
what kind of underwear are you wearing? Fucking
my briefs,
NBA shorts
my briefs come to right here.
They do?
Yeah.
Bro, my briefs go...
That's because yours are a youth medium. Okay, cocksucker.
But
I wear
still, they should fit me the way they fit you. But I wear appropriately sized briefs, whether they're small or not, to fit my small body. Doesn't change where the leg would fall.
Well, they got to do your thigh. So like,
bro, right now my underwear goes to here.
Okay, so I think for someone like you, it's fine. For me, it's
don't say someone like you.
Or someone like you, a little itty bitty baby. It's good for someone like you.
For someone who can fit their dick into a bikini, it's fine.
I just bought a bunch of fucking underwear and shit for my kids and wash and put it in their drawers, and I'm like folding. It's like this big. I'm like, oh, these fucking kids.
Yeah,
little babies.
But I disagreed with you, and then I ran it by what's her name, Kara, and she was like, yeah, you should have taken your underwear off, and I was like, oh,
yeah. Well, most masseuses, if you go to a place, they're like, take it all off.
It makes their job easier, but I didn't know.
Yeah, because like when they're going in, I mean, yes, I'm sure some people are just probably like, you want me to take my underwear off, and then they're probably like, oh, so she wants to fuck.
Yeah. But I always wanted to. I just felt like a fucking rapist.
It's a very sexual experience. Yeah. But you have to be a normal human.
Well, now that I have hard proof that this is what is done, now I don't have any problem doing it. But I couldn't take it upon myself to them just be like, undress to your comfort level, and then just be like, wham, here's my dick and balls.
Yeah, I always didn't mind, but that was the first time where she was like, don't, and I was like, oh shit. I was like,
I think it's because of the setting.
Yeah, doctor's
not a real
office.
Fucking masseuse.
She was dope, and she would always be like, you gotta come more. She'd be like, fuck, I don't know if she was manipulating me. No, not like that.
I know, but it came off funny.
You're so nasty, bro.
You gotta come. You're not coming enough.
You're not coming enough from this table, bro. You're waking up. It needs to be everywhere. Disgusting animal, bro.
Oh man,
dude, my stomach.
I should have set a timer. What's wrong with your stomach?
What time is it?
I don't know. What's wrong with your stomach?
The stress. Bro, it's like, I don't, like stress is so weird because anytime I'm like really stressed, I always got to go to the bathroom, dude.
Shit?
Yeah.
Well, I'll get like pre-show shits once in a while.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like if I'm overwhelmed, like there's a lot going on in my head and like whatever, I'm constantly having to go to the bathroom, dude. It's fucking
But nothing
weird.
really comes out, just like some runny shit.
No, it's not shit.
Just solid logs.
I think I'm just constantly so constipated.
There's a backlog going on in there.
It's like get it, you know?
At least you get it out eventually.
At least I get it out with stress. I don't know how good that is for my body, but yesterday I went to the. So I haven't been to the gym in my apartment complex yet. So I went yesterday to go look at it. I was like, oh, let me go look at it, just see what's in there, so I can kind of base on like what exercises I'm gonna do when I go in, and not have to walk around like a douchebag. Yeah. So I look
a weird insecurity to have.
Yeah, I do.
You don't like to walk around the gym. You need a game plan going in there.
Well, I do. I want to have a game plan. Like if I'm gonna do back, like I know, like okay, like I'll do these.
I walk into a gym and I peruse like I'm about to buy the place.
So I look in and I'm staring. Right?
Is it crowded?
And there was just a couple chicks in there on like the treadmill, one's on the Peloton.
Attractive?
And I'm staring and I'm looking. Attractive? And then I go, I wasn't really looking, to be honest. I really wasn't. Okay. But I look at, I have my phone out, right? Because I want to take a picture so I can look at it for later. Like what? And I have my phone out and I look to my left and the bitch is staring.
God damn it, Kevin.
Right at me, dude. And I'm like,
God.
This bitch thinks I'm a fucking weirdo.
For sure.
And I'm like, I like turn. I'm like,
oh, that's even
like,
worse.
Walk away.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no,
this bitch thinks I'm a creepazoid, bro.
Oh,
she's like, look at it.
Bro.
And the dude next door this morning recognized me, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So he comes. So I see him last night actually for the first time. It's like some Italian dude. I'm walking to my apartment. I have like 2 boxes from Amazon, and he pops out and he's like, oh hey man, and I'm like, really? Oh hey, what's up, brother? And like I'm like, fuck. So I walk in, and then this morning I see him. He's coming out the side, so I'm holding the door for him. So I hold the door for him, and he looks at me. He's like, oh yo, what's up, man? Good morning. Like Jesus. I see him again. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Then the guy behind him, young Spanish guy, he had a stroller. He had his kid in there, and he recognizes me too. And I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers are probably like,
dude,
weren't you married, bro? Like now you living here, motherfucker.
It's getting out. It's getting out. You see the comments under the YouTube?
I don't want to look. Don't even tell me.
They're not negative.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of them on the Patreon was fight for her.
I don't know. I can't even look at that shit because you got to see some of my DMs. Yo, people are ugly, bro.
It's so invasive.
Yeah, people are ugly, and they just it's a wild thing, and I think
Somebody
a lot of it is
up.
just people have their own situations, right? Like that's going on. Maybe they were separated, or maybe whatever it may be, and I think they internalize my situation. And they get like their anger out.
Is it women getting angry?
It's a lot of women. The dudes are just haters. So you have dudes who be like, yeah, she left you, fucking cocksucker.
Oh,
like,
really?
good for you. Yeah, people will say like wild shit. You know what I mean? She's probably getting fucked right now. Blah blah blah.
Are people saying that?
Yeah, bro.
Kevin,
I swear to God.
Screenshot it, send it to me. I'll put it on the YouTube.
Bro, the wildest shit.
Oh my
and a lot of times when it's like super wild, where like it bothers me, I'll respond and I'll be like, what's good with you, bro? Like, I'm curious. I'm just curious, like,
like you mentally,
because I would never do that. You know what I mean? Like, I have an opinion. Like, if I watch a video with it and I'd be like, oh shit, like they got separated or whatever. Totally. In my head, I have an opinion.
Obviously, yeah.
But like
human.
5 minutes later, I'm off not even 5 minutes. A minute later, I'm off that and I'm on something else in my life. So like the fact that people take their time out and like it'll be people all day, bro, like trying to like it's part of their day. Like I'm just
multiple times on that.
Yes, where I'm like, I just want to ruin this kid's day. But it's a lot of women that I think tend to like have their own situations and then they take it out on me, where it's just like
that I totally understand.
And
not understand, but I could see.
But it's like it sucks, bro, because I used to love looking at my DMs. And like responding to people and like, and there is a lot of positive shit. The problem is you have 30 positive ones.
It's the
one negative one that just really bothers you. So I try not to look anymore because I'm just like, I'm like, you motherfuckers, bro. They just, it's hard. It's hard to just like,
in the comments, that dude who commented the other day.
Weirdo. I had a whole conversation with him, and I was just like,
in the DMs?
In the comments, because I'm just like,
I responded.
Yeah, I know. I saw you responded. He didn't respond to you, but I kept talking because I was just like, bro, like, shut up, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you're a bozo.
You have to be doing really bad in life, to not to have that urge and act on it. and then not regret it and continue to even have a dialogue about it. The only reason people say that shit is because they got nothing going on.
They got nothing
They're
going on. And the thing is,
sad as
and my
fuck.
whole thing is like, yo, you know, I look at these people and I'm just like, bro, we all go through the same shit. Look in the mirror, bro. Like,
It's an Instagram page, though. To comment on somebody's personal Instagram page to be like, this is lame as fuck now. All right, just think that. Keep it to yourself
keep
and
it
move
moving,
on.
bro. Like, you know, it's
It's also searching for like his own validation, like we do in stand-up. He thought he was going to get 3,000 likes on it.
yeah, and people were gonna be like,
Yo, I'm with you, my man.
this
And
is
that was going to
wild.
be his hit of dopamine for the day.
And he got one like, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But bro, it's frustrating because it's just like someone said, you know, someone wrote in one of the comments of the thank you San Diego post I put up.
Mm-hmm.
Someone put in the comments like, no wedding ring or some shit like that. And so then someone else wrote that said like, yeah, unfortunately he said on the podcast, whatever.
Oh, really?
And then they said, oh, what did he say? And she copy and pasted the transcript
Of the entire pod?
of what I talked about on the pod. Bro, copy and pasted it and put it in the comments. And people were reading it and being like, oh, thank you so much for this. Like,
What?
yeah, and then she said something nice at the end. Well, after she said all this, she goes, but I get it, like, you know, privacy and like they have kids and this can be tough and blah, blah, blah. And I was separated. So I get it. And I'm like,
You guys
you
know-
just copy and pasted.
Yeah.
You talking about privacy but
You don't give a fuck.
you don't care.
But it's on something we put out there, obviously.
No, for sure. That's not what I'm
But
saying.
it's still such a weird behavior to take your time to do that. Okay, this guy's interested. Let me go over to YouTube, download your transcript. Let me copy and paste this specific section. Go back to Instagram, paste it in the comments.
Yeah, and
then
I get it.
respond.
Look, and I get it. Like, I'm not, like, I am putting it out there, so it's like, it is what it is. But
It's
like,
just weird to do that with your day. Like this instead of making funny videos like we do, that's how these people engage in social media, is to have a dialogue about a person that other people are publicly interested in.
you know, I read a quote.
It's like reaction videos, dude. Isn't it crazy that reaction videos are a thing?
Yeah.
There's
It's
just
someone
people
just
who are
going-
millionaires because they react to a video that's already been
and they pause
viralized.
it. They pause it.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. You
What
telling
the
me that he
fuck,
said
fuck,
that
the
this
fuck?
said- yeah.
So, but I saw a quote the other day that said, it said something about spiritual warfare and how like it's a crazy time to live because in 2025, someone can hate you so much, but follow you like all day, like want to know everything about you, but hate you at the same time. And it's true. Like so many people will follow you, don't like you, but want to keep following what you're doing. Like
Just out of spite.
And just waiting patiently
They like
for
get
your
off
downfall.
on you putting things out that they don't view as good.
Right. And it's just like, look at him. He's fucking, and to me, and it is dangerous because, you know, I think if you have too much of that around you, it could like fuck with you. I really do believe that. I feel like,
bro.
if you have too much of that shit around you, he can fuck with your head and you know, you won't get shit done, you know? And it's frustrating because family does it. You know, like there's so many people, bro, who you have no idea want you to fail.
Yeah, I blocked all of my ex's family on my Instagram because I just feel like I'm being judged every time I post.
Yeah,
anything.
bro, it's tough, bro. It really is. It, you know, and it's good to have like when you have like people who like genuinely have love for you and like want you to win and succeed, it feels good. And that's why I don't really talk to anybody except for like Josh, like my team. You know what I mean? Like the people I fuck with who are like, I know at the end of the day aren't like helping me, but at the same time being like, I hope you fucking fail. Like these are people who are like, I want you to win. Now, granted, they're tied, their money's tied to my money and whatever.
Right.
But even still, there's still people who can make money off you who won't want you to succeed. You know what I mean?
Totally, or just not care.
Yeah, or
really.
just not
They're
care. And
passive
just be like,
about it.
whatever, you know?
Yeah, it's impossible to trust anybody nowadays. Literally nobody. I trust no. You're probably genuinely one of the only people I've trusted in my life outside of my mother.
Bro, I don't know. It's scary. Like, look, my cousin, he's probably gonna watch this. I love you, Danny. I have nothing against you. I haven't answered his calls in months, and
Because every time he calls, what? It's negative?
not even that it's negative. He just, you know, he's gonna ask me, well, what's going on? Blah blah blah.
Oh,
And I don't want to talk about it.
I get it, dude. It's exhausting explaining.
I don't want to talk
Because
about
the divorce is never simple. So to
No,
explain
and I don't
it
wanna
takes
hear
mad
your
energy.
advice.
That too, yeah.
it. Don't tell me your advice. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a stupid person.
Yeah.
Allow me to be an adult and to make decisions as an adult. That's what's best for me. And I think, you know, like he'll text me and be like, bro, what the fuck? What's going on? Why are you not talking to me? You know.
Have you talked to him about the divorce whatsoever?
No.
Wow.
I just don't want to, bro. I just don't want to.
I get it, dude. This is what being a man is.
It's too much for me, bro. I have to set boundaries.
One of the biggest differences between men and women, anytime there's like an issue, they want to just press it, question after question after question after question. And we'll just want to be like, let me just go to the gas station real quick, get gas. I'll come back. We could pretend like this never happened. Yeah. That would be the best.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
they want to talk through everything, and it's exhausting.
Well, I've done so much talking these last couple months.
Yeah.
So much expressing of my feelings, so much like, you know, really taking a breath and taking a step back. You know, that was really tough for me, bro. I was always one to, you know, kind of react off my emotions when I was younger. And like getting older, I realized that like trying to take a step back and just chill and like not really react based off your emotions. And the last 7 months, I've really done a good job of like, in my opinion, you know what I mean? I'm sure if you ask other people, they'd be like, no. But like, I really feel like I would stop and I would try to. Yeah. But there's just times, bro, where I have a limit. And
totally, dude.
And it's hard, bro. When my body shuts down, it's like a weird feeling, dude. Like it's a feeling of like, you don't care about anything. Like I would literally just like sit down and just like rot. Like it's a crazy. I feel like my brain there's nothing there.
Well, I almost feel like what I've learned through my experience being like, you know, in my marriage at least, I would just not want to continue to talk. I would prefer to just remain silent because all the times I chose to talk and have a dialogue led to nothing, and nobody would ever apologize other than me. Yeah. So I'm just talking just to get myself into more and more trouble. It seems like, because there's no mutually agreeing that what took place was either both of our fault. It's just everything. Bro, the biggest apology I would ever get would be, I'm sorry you feel that way. So then instead of just talking, I'd be like, I don't care. I don't care anymore, dude.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do that too. And saying you don't care always made it worse. Where it's just like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Leave it alone. I don't care. Like it is what it is, you know. And that always made it worse because you're just like, you don't know. You never want to fucking, you know, you never want to talk about things.
You just can't talk. Yeah. And if it all festers and explodes at one day, then so be it. Yeah. But right now, I have limited energy every day, and I don't need to waste it on this. A fucking stupid fight about whatever the fuck.
I think you know, I've been so grateful and blessed with like such like dope, stressful situations, like where I'm like, you know, really good opportunities and like, but it's such a weird feeling.
There's productive stress and non-productive.
And
stress.
I have such productive stress, but so much non-productive stress, and at the same time, so it's like. Yeah. You know, I literally take my day hour by hour. 1 hour I can feel like really good, and then something will happen and I feel really, really bad. And then I'll feel really good for a little while in 30 minutes, and I have this like manic, like high. And then I have this like manic low, and then it's like constantly like this. And I'm trying to keep it in the middle somehow, because I know like that's when you're the best you could possibly be, and your best father, best everything.
Well, yeah, you got to actively work for that shit, and that's where all the gay shit I do comes into place. You go outside, you put your feet on the ground, you let the sun hit you in the fucking taint.
It's so cold.
You take colostomy. No, right now it's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. Even when it's cold, if the sun is blasting, it still feels good. You could be outside for 10 minutes and it's all right. I think we should probably
let's
go to the page.
Go to the Patreon.
Going over to the Patreon, you can talk about whatever it was you fucking...
All right. We love you guys. Thank you very much.
Appreciate all the ratings you guys have been dropping us.
Oh, they're dropping a bunch?
Yeah, we're over 30 now on both platforms, except somebody on Spotify, probably the dude who was commenting on your videos, gave us our first below 5-star review, so now we're at 4.8.
Okay.
So let's try to bring that back up.
Yeah, let's try to bring that back up to 4.9.
Yeah.
But there's always.
No, eventually, yeah. But one negative one weighs heavily on our pointage right now because we're not.
Well, we're gonna say that now. All the haters are gonna be like, now you're go. Now
I could drop your score.
We're hitting it. We're dropping it to 3.5. But we love you guys. This is like therapy for us. So we appreciate you guys.
I hope we're not just making you sad.
I mean, we're sad right now. There's going to be a time when we're really fucking happy and we're talking about really happy shit. We're just not there right now.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah. I wish we got on the Patreon. We're going to upload a video onto the Patreon video podcast of Kev getting heckled by a woman at the San Diego comedy show.
Yes.
Telling him he's not funny anymore because he's no longer married to Nikita. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she stormed out.
What a fucking bitch.